It's early morning and I'm sitting in my lounge, and this is a place where I like to pray and spend time with God early in the mornings when I get up. And as we get towards the end of our journey, I want to talk to you about the way that I see Easter, because I think if you understood the way that I saw Easter, you'll understand a little bit more about my heart, my attitude, and the way that I view God. So what does Easter mean for me? Easter is probably the most important weekend, not probably, it is the most important weekend for me in my calendar year. It's more important than my holidays. It's more important than my birthday even. It's even more important for me than my wedding anniversary or the birthdays of my children. Because Easter for me symbolizes everything that I stand for. It symbolizes and speaks of every good thing that has ever happened in my life. It speaks of all God's goodness, all God's grace, all God's mercy. And that is why when I look at Easter, I look at God and I say, Lord, I know it's just a day, I know it's just a weekend, but I choose this weekend to honor you, because it's in this weekend that I celebrate your death and your resurrection. I celebrate the gift that you gave to mankind, the gift that you gave to me, that I've got a dad in heaven that lives in me by the power of the Holy Spirit and has made me one with him. A Father that forgives me when I make mistakes. A Father that's there when life is hard and I need help. When I don't have money, I can pray and ask and he gives. When I need wisdom, he gives. When I'm rejected by people, and that happens, that I can go sit by him and be comforted. I can cry, he's there. He's such a part of my life. And then when I come to Easter, I honor God. And I always go to church, because there's no greater honor than honoring God with my fellow brothers and sisters, being together to worship God. I don't go away on long weekends over Easter, because it's not about my family, it's about God. I don't like to take, yes, I rest in the afternoons, yes, it's a beautiful long weekend. The Monday is also a public holiday, so yes, I do rest and we do have family time and everything. But even when we have family that comes over, we always pray and say, God, this is your weekend. We honor you in this weekend, in everything that we do, because God is my focus. And I know it sounds like I'm super holy and everything, and let me tell you, far be it from it. Far be it from it. I sometimes feel like David, a man that's passionate about God, yet full of personal failures. But despite his failures, despite his shortcomings, he loves God and he's passionate about God. And this is what I want to encourage you. And that's why I wanted to speak to you. Coming to an end. It's the end now of the 40 days of awareness of who God is. Now, yes, so it's a bit longer this morning. But I want to encourage you. I see Easter as this because that it's indicative of the place that God has in my life. And if you can be courageous and love God like that passionately, despite your shortcomings, despite your failures, despite anything, and when you mess up, you run to God, you don't run away from him. It's then that God takes your life and opens it up like a flower in full bloom Because God is all. God is everything. So on this Easter weekend, if you're not at church, at where you're at, if you're away, find a church. Go celebrate God with other believers, your other brothers and sisters. Find a place where you can express your appreciation and your love for what God has done for you. So I'll leave you with this. He needs to become more, and I need to become less. Because when He becomes more, the greatness of who He is seen by all those around us. Know that I love you. Know that I appreciate you. And it was amazing to walk this journey with you. God bless.